What if the reason wealthy people seem to pay less in taxes is not because they know one secret loophole, but because they're playing a completely different game? Most people earn money, get taxed, pay bills, and then try to build wealth with whatever is left over. The wealthy often do it backwards. They buy assets, use debt, create entities, defer taxes, donate strategically, plan estates. They separate personal money from business money, and they treat the tax code less like a discipline referral and more like a map. It's the same set of rules, but the wealthy read the instructions while the rest of us scroll through to the bottom to the terms of service to get what we originally downloaded the app for. To the wealthy, it's a treasure map. To everyone else, it feels like the Dead Sea Scrolls, fragmented, ancient, and requiring an archaeologist to interpret. We're not talking about cheating. We're talking about structure. Because the difference between being taxed to death and building wealth is not how hard you work. It's often how your money is housed. Your money needs a better landlord than the IRS. Welcome to the Devil in the Details. This video is not about hiding money, committing fraud, or pretending your grocery bill is suddenly a business expense because you watched 3 TikToks and their combined advice led to the formation of an LLC. And just to get it out of the way, your Netflix subscription is not market research. Just saying. This is about understanding the legal systems wealthy people use to keep more control over their money. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The tax code rewards ownership, timing, paper trails, risk, structure, and planning. It does not reward confusion or disorganization, and it definitely does not reward the person who waits until April 14th to open a shoebox full of receipts and start sweating like they're defusing a bomb. The only thing they're diffusing is your dignity. The wealthy do not just ask, how much did I make? They ask better questions, such as, what kind of income is this? Who owns the asset? When is the tax due? Can it be deferred, sheltered, borrowed against? Can it be transferred or protected? Can it legally create deductions? That is the game. Not conspiracy, not girl or boy math, structure. For most people, income comes in through a paycheck. That paycheck is reported, taxed, and then you live on whatever remains. That's not bad. I'm not bashing the blue-collar soldiers out there. A paycheck can be powerful. A stable paycheck can build wealth, but a paycheck is not flexible. A paycheck is like an escort. It comes, it goes, and it takes a cut greater than what the experience was worth. Assets are the long-term relationship that gives you options. Wages are usually taxed as ordinary income. Long-term capital gains are often taxed differently, depending on income level and the asset involved. The IRS explains that net capital gains may be taxed at different rates. And for many taxpayers, most net capital gain is taxed at no more than 15%, though circumstances vary. It's the difference between a stormtrooper and a Jedi. One gets shot at and taxed on everything. The other one uses mind tricks to defer. This is one reason wealthy people care so much about ownership. They do not only want income, they want assets. Assets can grow. They can be held, sold later. Assets can be borrowed against. They can be donated and or exchanged. Assets can be transferred through estate planning. None of that means taxes disappear, but it means there are greater options available. You see, the average person gets paid and asks, well, heck, where did it all go? The wealthy person owns assets and asks, what is the best legal way to move, hold, grow, borrow against, or transfer this? It's like they're playing 3D chess while the rest of us are stuck on the Hungry Hippos board of personal finance. Lots of frantic movement, no strategy. That is the first mindset shift. The goal is not to look rich. The goal is to own things that give you options. Looking rich is leasing a luxury car you can't afford. Being rich is quietly owning the parking lot. So originally, this was a 40-minute deep dive called The Poor Man's Billionaire Playbook: However, what we did was chop it up into 5-minute parts. It wasn't random, it was entirely intentional. And here's why. First, attention spans today are brutally short. A 40-minute video, no matter how valuable, loses most people after the first few minutes. But a 5-minute episode, that's a coffee break, a commute, a moment between meetings. It fits real life. Second, learning science backs this up. When you consume information in smaller, focused chunks, your brain retains it better. Instead of one overwhelming fire hose of ideas, you get one clear concept per episode. You can pause, reflect, apply it, then come back for the next piece. That's how real behavioral change happens, not in a single sitting, but step by step. Third, let's be honest about how platforms work. Shorter, episodic content performs better. It gets more impressions, higher completion rates, and it signals to the algorithm that this is something people actually finish. That means more people discover the playbook and the idea spread further. But most importantly, we didn't want you to just watch this one time and forget it. Breaking it into parts turns a lecture into a journey. You're not a passive viewer anymore. You're walking through a sequence of moves one at a time. So yes, it's the same playbook, just now it's built for the way you actually live, learn, and take action.